What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another video on the future of Marvel. As we know, Marvel now owns the X-Men, they own Deadpool, and they own the Fantastic Four, amongst many other things. So if you are new to the channel, guys, make sure to subscribe to never miss any videos. We're currently giving away the Captain Marvel on Blu-ray or DVD or Ultra 4K. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel with notifications on and let me know down below why should I pick you and what are you most anticipated for at this year's Comic-Con that technically starts 2 weeks on Thursday with the preview. So as we know, Avengers EndGame has been re-released in the cinema and it is less than $30 million away from breaking Avatar, which is literally hilarious because they should have beat that during the actual run. But the only reason I mention that is because it's coming out on digital download and Blu-ray very soon. It comes out on Blu-ray sometime in August, and I will be giving that away. So let's get into the video. So as you can tell by the title, Deadpool 3 will be announced from Kevin Feige at San Diego Comic-Con 2 weeks on Saturday in Hall H. It's going to be very weird to see Deadpool or Ryan Reynolds at Comic-Con at Hall H being in a Marvel Studios presentation instead of a Fox presentation. So I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of sources saying the same thing, that Deadpool will be announced at San Diego Comic-Con. In a recent report, there is something that is kind of contradicting something else. So Bob Iger, aka Robert Iger, said at the shareholder meetings before the deal was actually transitioned, before the deal went through, that they were going to keep Deadpool 15, keep him R-rated. They weren't going to be changing him at all because that is his unique selling point. We all seen with Once Upon a Deadpool how bad it did, that it just will not work. And to be honest, it was still a 15 in my country, so it wasn't PG-12 or PG-13 depending on where you live. But there is an interesting report going out now that is suggesting that the process of bringing Deadpool to the MCU is just about to get underway. It's still unclear, but the report suggests that we will be seeing Deadpool at Comic-Con. But the most interesting thing is this report, rumor, whatever you want to call it, is suggesting that it's going to be a very different version of Deadpool in the MCU than we've seen in the Fox universe, or Deadpool universe, I guess you could say, which is pretty interesting, seeing as that does not really go hand in hand with what Bob Iger said about not changing the character at all. I think if they were to bring the character into PG-13, it would be bad because he couldn't swear. But then Spider-Man said, oh shit. So there's been lots of reports recently going around that Deadpool will feature inside either the Venom movie, the Tom Hardy movie, which is reported to be starting shooting next year, then coming out in October 2021. But seeing as Sony isn't even at San Diego Comic-Con, there is going to be no confirmation unless Amy Pascal comes down and randomly starts talking during the Marvel Studios presentation. Even though it's 90 minutes long, that will not happen. And also there's been reports that Deadpool will be inside Spider-Man 3. I don't really believe that because Spider-Man is a Sony distributed movie with Columbia Pictures, so Sony makes the money. They're not just going to chuck Deadpool into Spider-Man 3 as his first movie because it's Disney, Marvel owns him, so they make the money, so it'd make literally no sense. Although MCU Marvel make Spider-Man 3 and that would be the last one in the current MCU Sony deal, it would literally make no sense. So it would make a lot more sense from a business standpoint for the investors if we get Deadpool 3 to be announced at San Diego Comic-Con and it was shooting next year and for it to come out in 2021 because there is time slots. So what is more interesting is everyone expects to see Deadpool in the MCU in Avengers 4, but that kind of didn't happen yet. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, literally every social media website told you Deadpool was going to be in that movie alongside Wolverine, but Wolverine wasn't in it either. But there is an interesting report out there saying that Wolverine is going to feature in a standalone movie with Deadpool. Now, the only issue that we have with this is Kevin Feige has recently come out and said that there's going to be no X-Men for at least 5 years. But seeing as Deadpool's never been clarified as an X-Men and they're always trolling the X-Men, he won't wait 5 years to sit with Deadpool before they introduce Deadpool to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That would literally make no sense to anyone for them to do that. It really wouldn't make any sense, because obviously it makes sense why they've got to sit on Fantastic Four and X-Men, because they have to build everything that they've been building up for post Phase 3 before they can introduce all these new characters and villains. We understand that. We understand there's a recent report out. We've already done a video on it today about Kraven the Hunter potentially being the villain of Spider-Man 3, aka Spider-Man Homeless, or Spider-Man No Home, or Spider-Man Phone Home, or anything like that. Check that video out if you haven't read it, guys. It's pretty cool if you ask me. And I do put a lot of work into these videos, even though some people don't think I do. So yes, San Diego Comic-Con is only just over 2 weeks away. It is going to be Geek Central. No, guys, I'm not discriminating anyone, because a geek is a pretty cool thing nowadays. So let me know down below, guys, what are you most looking forward to? One of the negative things of San Diego Comic-Con this year is Marvel Studios is one of the only studios there. Warner Bros. Is not going to be there, so we're going to get no Birds of Prey update, no Wonder Woman 1984 update, no What is New Slate update. As we know, the Flash movie is basically cancelled. Yes, cancelled. They've got a new director again. Ezra Miller's not going to be filming it until he's done with the Fantastic Beasts franchise, so they might as well recast Ezra Miller, as Ezra Miller's version of the Flash is unwarranted. Then, as you said before, Sony Pictures are not going to be there, so no Morbius, which I'm really anticipated, really looking forward to. No updates about Into Spider-Verse 2, no Spider-Man 3 updates unless they come out, like I said on the video earlier today. But I realistically, guys, cannot see that coming. So, guys, let me know down below. How would you like Deadpool to be introduced to the MCU? Are you expecting Deadpool to appear, as he has done many times before, with the Marvel Studios panel? Because it does say with a surprise guest. So I'm expecting Ryan Reynolds to randomly rock up. I'm expecting Keanu Reeves. I'm expecting Angelina Jolie. I'm expecting Warstu, but Warstu was busy, so he couldn't do it. No, they didn't invite me. Kevin Feige, you've got my email address if you want to get in touch. So it's going to be a very interesting few months for Marvel, because not only do we have San Diego Comic-Con, we've got Disney 23. I'm sure they're going to be announcing some new Disney streaming service shows, because they've only officially announced 4 at the moment. So at the moment, there's a lot of speculation going around. As you know, they have brought the Spider-Man Far From Home suits into Spider-Man PS4. If you are a real Marvel fan, you would play Spider-Man PS4. The greatest comic book game ever. We've got the Marvel Avengers information coming out at San Diego Comic-Con. We've got Ultimate Alliance 3 coming out literally 2 days after Comic-Con. We have the Iron Man VR game at Comic-Con. So there is still a lot of good attractions if you are attending Comic-Con. Just from a movie standpoint, it's not going to be the best, because as we said, for some reason this year, most studios don't want to attend. It's kind of like PlayStation 4 didn't attend E3, yet they still won E3. I'm going to get some comments down below saying, you are such a PS4 fanboy. No, guys, I've literally got an Xbox, I've got the PS4, I've got the Switch, PC. I've literally got every platform there is, so you can't really call me a fanboy. Although I do preference the Switch, because I believe the Switch is awesome. You can literally take it anywhere, handheld, or plug it in via the HDMI output. And also, so I'm going to be bringing new content to the channel. Well, it's not really new content. So the channel started a while ago, and we did a Flash TV show, Arrow stuff, DCEU stuff. So essentially what's going to happen later this week and next week and throughout the months I'm going to start talking more about other things, because as much as I love talking about Marvel stuff, I do get a lot of comments saying, Warstu, what's your opinion on the new Batman? Patterson, what's your opinion on the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie that is literally got nothing to do with the comic book, so much to the point where you shouldn't even call it the Joker? Warstu, what do you think about Birds of Prey? So I'm going to start doing some news-based videos like I do for Marvel, but I am going to include DC stuff as well, also cover some Netflix stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that I get to see early with Netflix and other platforms like that, but I don't generally get time to do reviews for stuff. So we're going to be trying to review a lot more things. I do have the website coming pretty soon, but that's just more an expansion of the YouTube channel for anyone that is interested. And also, I'm going to be starting a podcast-based show with some other creators. Now, I know a lot of you guys are asking for everything always, the Dens of Nerds, etc. I'm going to reach out to them in the next couple of weeks and see what's up, see if they can come on the show. I think it'd be pretty cool to talk about like Infinity War, talk about EndGame, talk about Far From Home, talk about what's coming up, because as we know, Comic-Con, so it'd be pretty better to do something like that post, I guess you could say, Comic-Con, because then we've got a lot of info to go through. I used to do a kind of live stream with a bunch of Flash YouTubers, and we used to talk Flash, Arrow, Supergirl. I know Supergirl is like the most SWJ political show ever, but yeah, I don't watch it anymore. So essentially, I'm just trying to bring new content to the channel. So if you've got any feedback for them ideas, let me know down below. As I said, I am covering the Marvel Avengers game, which was formerly known as Avengers Project. I've been covering that for over a year. It's just the videos aren't that consistent for that because there isn't really any new information, but I will be covering all the Marvel video games. And if they ever do bring out this Superman video game, I will cover that, or the Justice League video game that has been heavily rumored for so many years. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. That would be awesome. I'm hopefully going to hit 100,000 subscribers this year, but if I don't, I don't. But that is the current aim. We're not too far away from it, so if you do want to support the channel, that will be awesome. And I do have a Patreon down below. It's in the link, I believe, in the description box, and I will put a lot more time and effort into that. Just let me know down below if that's something you want. I do have an Instagram account at Warstu if you want to get to know me more personal. Now, I do have a Warstu vlog channel, which we're nearly at 400 subscribers. I've not posted on there yet because it's harder to vlog than it is to do a commentary voiceover, but I will be doing real videos on that with my face. So maybe the majority of you won't like that kind of stuff, but I want to start vlogging. I think it's pretty fun. So I'm going on a trip in a while, so I will be vlogging my trip, which would be cool, and maybe doing like a transformation video, as I've recently shifted a bit of weight, got leanish, I guess you could say. So I want to talk about what's involved with stuff like that. So it's going to be very different to this channel. It's not really going to be anything to do with pop culture, although I might talk about stuff. It's just going to be more personal channel if you want to get to know your boy Warstu. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate every single like, every single dislike, every single negative comment. Just try and be constructive if you can, guys. It does help me grow as a person and a creator, and it helps me become better than ever. Anyway, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.